to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me for another one of my videos. So I thought this was a really interesting topic because recently I have become a domestic goddess. For the first time in my life. It's taken 25 years, but we're there. We're definitely there. So with the trends of cleaning and organising taking over the world by storm, it would seem, definitely the Netflix sphere, I wanted to discuss with you today the power of cleaning and the power of tidying from a spiritual perspective. So the two people that I have been absolutely obsessed with recently is Mrs. Hinch on Instagram and Marie Kondo. Now, if you watched my video a couple of weeks ago, I was like, I vibe with Marie, but I'm not folding my stuff. And what ended up happening was, like a week later, I was sat downstairs watching TV, wasn't even watching her show, and I thought, I need to clear out my whole house. I don't know what came over me. It was obviously like a divine intervention of clearing out stuff. But within 24 hours, I had folded and Marie Kondoed my whole entire house. I had 4 giant bin bags of stuff for the rubbish. And I had a humongous pile of stuff for the charity shop, which I showed you guys on Instagram. So I don't know what came over me, but I've been hinching for a while. So hinching is Mrs. Hinch. If you follow her, if you don't, why are you not following her? She has become an Instagram sensation over here in the UK. Pretty much any shop you go into now which sells cleaning products has as recommended by Mrs. Hinch. This is how influential this woman has become. And it's really funny because I love her personality. She's the most down-to-earth, lovely woman ever. And I think all of us just love her for her as well. So not only are you getting amazing cleaning tips, you're like investing in her and her journey as well. So I started following Mrs. Hinch probably about 2 months ago now. And again, before I followed her, I was like, I don't see what the hype is about her. Like, it's just cleaning stuff. I don't really like cleaning. So I'm gonna hold my hands up. I had a cleaner before. I've had a cleaner, well, I hired her, I never found a good one before. So when I found my good one, I had her for about 3 months, I think, just because things were going crazy with the book, crazy with work, and literally like taking the time to clean was really difficult to get myself in that mindset. I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. I didn't have good products, put it that way. So for me to just pay someone like, you know, not that much was just a massive help to me and freed up my time to be able to, you know, do some extra work, ship orders and stuff like that. So at the time, it definitely served its purpose. And I love supporting small businesses anyway. So for me, like, I was supporting her. Like, she was a lovely, lovely lady, so we became really good friends as well. And for me, it just took that pressure off having to take time, you know, at least 2-3 times a week. Like, I live by myself. The amount of like dust and stuff that builds up, like, you will be surprised, even with one person. Like, I dread to think what it's gonna be like when I'm married and have kids. Like, I'm gonna be like, ah! So I didn't see what the hype was. Obviously, I didn't really do my own cleaning anyway. I did little bits here and there because she only came every 2 weeks, so I had to do like little bits in between. But yeah, like, I just was not interested. It never appealed to me. But it's weird because I always kept my house very pristine and very clean, which my mum absolutely hates because I never did that as a child. Like, my room was a shit tip as a child. Like, again, like, I'm pretty sure like most kids and teenagers were, but for me, like, I just think I was in a totally different space in my life. Like, as a generic, like, as to explain my story, like, my house is always very, well, I say very tidy. Some bits weren't that tidy. Like, I'm looking at my office where my wardrobe is, and there were definitely clothes on the floor before. My drawers, like, stuff was just chucked in. But genuinely, like, things were tidy. Like, when I had a good sort out, I could be really good and have like tidy surfaces. Things would look organised. And like I said, my mum always hates it because I never did that at home. I think I was just in like a totally different stage of my life because when I, like before, when I was younger, like I never really gave a shit about cleaning or tidying or the appearance of stuff. And like when I lived with my first boyfriend, again, like I didn't take pride in my home. I had awful furniture, awful. And yeah, I just didn't really give a shit. And then I think as I spiritually awakened, like I just became in love with interior design, of like, you know, my greys and whites and pink themes. I love that. And just like I have a mixed weird of like Scandinavian slash boutique-y slash, like, I don't know what the theme of my house is. It does vary, but I love it. It looks good. So I definitely in the last few years, I have taken so much pride in the appearance of my home, and, you know, investing in really nice furniture which will last me and that like really, really makes me happy. So onto the Mrs. Hinch story. So again, I avoided it for ages, and then I just thought, I'm just gonna watch this woman's stories. I'm just gonna see what the hype is about. So I watched it and I was just a bit like, okay, like there's good cleaning tips, but like I don't really get it. Like I don't get why this woman's like so hyped about. And then I followed her, and then shit got real. And I started buying my own hinge haul, hinching, and it just flew from there. And obviously as a devoted stockpiler and couponer in my past, and stockpiling and like storing and saving money on cleaning products is like my happy place, literally my happy place. So to be able to get like all these like cleaning products just because she'd recommended them on special buys, half price, I was like, get them all, they're amazing. So I started off by hinching, definitely. I took pride. I got rid of my cleaner and I was like, look, save the money, save the time, and like, you know, take some time out. So what really helped me was like over that month I was really like getting into my divine feminine energy and really like taking a step back, slowing down, and allowing and hermiting a little bit as well. So to actually find a love for cleaning was like, felt very feminine energy to me. Like, and you know, I felt weird saying that. I said to Hannah, I was like, I feel almost like sexist saying that, because I don't want, you know, I don't believe cleaning should be a womanly thing, but I guess it's like nurturing your home, nurturing your nest, nesting, it's caring. So the characteristics of cleaning, I would say, is more of a feminine energy. So I think that's why I felt very like feminine when I did it, and just like nesting and nurturing and looking after my home and taking pride in my home as well. Sephora went mad. I bought loads of Sephora and then became a brand ambassador, which is the best thing ever. Like, it's funny because like brands actually contact me now about cleaning products, and I'm like, oh my god, I've unintentionally become a cleaning blogger at the same time, like really unintentionally. Like all I do is just share my Mrs. Hinch hauls and like share little bits on Instagram of like cleaning I've done. So like I'm definitely not doing anything to the scale of Mrs. Hinch. Like it's not my forte. It's I don't want to be spiritual cleaning queen, but yeah, it's quite funny that brands have like started messaging me now. I'm a brand ambassador for Sephora, so if that is not proof that cleaning has changed my life, I don't know what is. So I'm really enjoying doing that. It's really bringing me lots of joy. I enjoy taking pride, and I like my home smelling divine, literally. So my home has never been cleaner before. I found like incredible products which have like taken off like grime and lime scale and stuff, which literally my house looks brand new again. It's amazing. So I'm definitely glad I took that step to like being more independent and taking the time to like really slow down and actually like spend time on my home. You know, I probably spend about an hour doing a deep clean once a week, and probably like half an hour midway through the week just doing a quick tidy round. So it's not like a massive commitment either, so it's really manageable for me, and I like I said, I've just totally enjoyed doing it. So then the trend of Marie Kondo came out, and Marie Kondo, if you don't know, is another, they've both got like 1.7 million followers on Instagram, and like I'd never heard of either of them before. And Marie Kondo is a bit more of a worldwide name. She's been around for quite a while. She's written some books on like, I think it's like the art of tidying up, I think it's called The Art, or it's something of tidying up. That's what the Netflix show is called as well. And I like, everybody was hyping about it as soon as it came on Netflix, so I watched the first episode and I was like, I don't get it. Like I said in my video before, I loved the fact that she was giving gratitude to clothes, like, you know, holding things, and if it doesn't spark joy, to get rid of it, or to donate it. And yeah, I loved the idea of giving gratitude to your house and talking to your house, which I do anyway. So a lot of the stuff I was doing, but in all honesty, like, I've never given my clothes gratitude. Like, so I was a bit like, yeah, like, these clothe me and keep me safe every day and make me look amazing and fabulous. Like, they make me feel good. So I do need to give gratitude to them. So I think from that episode, I definitely took away more of gratitude and appreciating my house and home, rather than, right, I'm going to go and drastically sort through every cupboard and clothes and fold it in a certain way. So I didn't see the appeal to that. I thought it was a lot of effort, a lot of faff, and it wouldn't last. Like, I knew me, I was like, it's not gonna last because I would just chuck stuff in and then within a month it'll be back to, you know, messy drawers. So I've always been pretty good on the exterior of my home, but drawers and cupboards, oh my god, I'm terrible. I don't know what it is, but I just seem to stuff stuff in drawers. That seemed my cleaning technique before. It was just stuff it in a drawer, then it's out of sight, out of mind. But I've always been a big firm believer of a tidy home brings a tidy mind. And for me, like, whenever I've really tidied and cleared and, you know, put things in their place and everything looks neat and tidy, I always feel so much better in my mindset, in my vibration. I always feel really happy and positive, especially when I've done my hinching as well, cleaning for the week. I definitely just feel uplifted, happy, and I enjoy being in my home. Like, I work and live in my home, so it has to bring me joy. Do you know what I mean? And always, like, when my house is messy or like things are like just everywhere, like, I always feel stressed. I feel, yeah, not good. Now I understand that if you've got kids, this can be like hard to keep your house like tidy and neat and in place, because kids just do not grasp those concepts. So definitely I'm under no illusion that when I become a mother that things will adapt, cleaning and tidying wise. But yeah, I liked Marie Kondo's vibe. I liked what she was about, but I think I was more of a hincher rather than a Kondoer, shall we say. And then all of a sudden, like I said, one evening I was just like, I need to tidy my drawers. Like, my intuition was like, get upstairs and tidy those drawers. So I didn't know what I was doing. It was quite weird. And also I've noticed as well, like, I do regular clear outs of clothes and stuff, and I donate a lot to charity, like a lot to charity, because it's something I'm really passionate about. And like, you know, a lot of my stuff is really good condition. I do keep stuff like really well preserved and in good condition. So, you know, a lot of it is nice stuff. So I'm not going to chuck that out. Like, if that can, you know, go to a charity shop and someone else to enjoy that, and obviously the money to help a charity, like, of course I'm going to do that. So I'd probably do that every 3 to 4 months anyway, and I had recently done one since Christmas, so I didn't think there was going to be that much that didn't spark me joy. So Marie Kondo's kind of mantra as such is sparks joy. So I'd heard this Chinese proverb years ago, and I've always followed it, of if you hold something for more than 3 seconds and it doesn't bring you joy, like, you know it's time to get rid of it. So that's how I would say, that's my technique of how you would know that something doesn't spark joy anymore or doesn't bring you joy. And especially with clothes, like, I'm awful. Like, I'll buy stuff, never wear it because I'm not actually that in love with it. I just bought it because I was like, that's nice, but I wasn't in love with it. And then a year later, I've never worn it. And I'm like, I know I'm never gonna wear this now. It's not been worn for a year. So I've definitely like checked in with myself. I'm really good with other stuff, but clothes I'm a little bit bad on. I do buy a lot of clothes. So for me, I definitely check in with myself, and I'm like, right, when I try it on, I'm like, does this spark joy? Am I gonna wear this time and time again? Because I used to be pretty bad for that, so I'm definitely getting better, and obviously saving myself money as well, which is good. So I went upstairs, tidied through all my drawers, did all the folding, watched a little YouTube video because I forgot how you actually did it, and I quite enjoyed it. I found joy from it, and I looked at my drawers afterwards and I was like, wow, this is like the tidiest my drawers have ever been in my entire life. Wow. And I can see everything, I can see what I have. And it was quite surprising because a lot of stuff didn't spark me joy. I had a mountain heap of clothes just from my chest of drawers, which didn't spark me joy anymore. And I was like, oh my God, like I cleared this out at Christmas and still there was so much that just didn't spark me joy, I didn't wear. And I think I got into like a ruthless stage of, look, stop holding on to this stuff. You have so many clothes, you need to like thin down, you need to organize them and actually just keep what you wear on a regular basis and what has brought you joy for years or months. And then it didn't stop there. So I then started moving on to drawers. So drawers I did a massive clear out of. And then I moved into here, my office, and started clearing out stuff. Like my beauty table was awful, and clothes as well. My hanging rail, I had to like actually hang some clothes, and then put the rest in my drawers. But I was just so shocked at like how easy this was, but how much I had been avoiding it as well. And I'm always a firm believer of whenever I clear out stuff, whether it's putting it in the bin or giving it to charity, I always attract new abundance. It's really weird. I've said this before to Selena, and I said I genuinely think this is a thing because I've done it unintentionally and then it's just always happened, is when you clear things out and, you know, get rid of stuff you're no longer using and creating space, essentially, you create space for new abundance, manifestations, monetary abundance, materialistic abundance. So I do this on a regular basis for that purpose, obviously, and it always works. And I think over time I've naturally become a minimalist anyway. Like I definitely was not before, but I think it just brings me joy to be a minimalist now. I think it's just neat, it's tidy, obviously classic Virgo, OCD, hello. So having things neat and in place, sets my soul on fire, literally. So I think like over anything, you know, creating that space for abundance is really important. And remember, if you've got a messy house, you've got a messy mind. So sometimes as well, your house can really reflect your inner mind as well. So it's almost like I was like clean on the outside, but then I was like hiding stuff away. And it was really funny because obviously through January, I had been going very deep, doing a lot of healing, a lot of clearing out. So it's weird that then that reflected in my physical of clearing stuff out of my house. So definitely now it's happened. I'm like, it's really odd. I'm like, oh shit, that's my house. Like, that's my drawer. Oh my God, this is so useful. I can see everything. Everything's neat. Everything's tidy. So once I'd done upstairs and cleared loads of stuff out, all my clothes were hung up or folded in my drawer, which I was so happy about. And my airing cupboard was another disaster zone, where I keep like all my filming stuff because it's in my office. Keep all my filming stuff, stock, like packing things for my parcels and stuff, and just random shit. And it was, and sheets and towels and stuff. And it was just a mess. It was just everything thrown into an airing cupboard. And now it's all folded, it's all neat, it's all placed, got rid of loads of stuff, which I was holding on to. Like I'm really bad as well. When I get gifted beauty products, I hold on to them. I'm like, I could use that. And then a year later, I'm like, I've never fucking used that. Why? Like, why do I do it? Like, just give it away and let it help someone else. So a lot of my gifting from brands and stuff I do give to my friends if I'm generally not going to use it, or I would give it to charity because they love beauty products and stuff like that. So you know, it's just creating and help, you know, it's creating abundance for the charity, and it's, you know, going to someone who's actually going to use it. So I then went downstairs, and another, like my living room was pretty good. My kitchen, I just had like a sort through of the drawers. So Marie is also a big preacher of like in drawer storage, of like getting like little boxes and putting like categorizing your drawers essentially. Now I haven't done that yet. I have got some beauty organizers for my makeup table, like clear acrylic beauty holders for palettes, for little things just to organize the in-drawer system so it's not just like put in there. And I've also ordered some grey like storage canvas storage things to put in my airing cupboard for stock, little odds and sods around the house. But yeah, again, I didn't feel massively drawn. Now I could say this and then by the time this video goes live I've done it, but yeah, I'm not massively drawn to buying like little organizers to put in my drawers because it's drawers, like I'm just gonna put my stuff in there. So we'll see what happens. But I have purchased some just to like, for instance, in my downstairs cupboard to put my Hoover attachments in, like just so they're not randomly in my downstairs cupboard. And obviously like in my airing cupboard, I want to put some stock in there or some like flannels to just keep them all in one place and keep them neat, because I've created so much space in my airing cupboard now, it's mental. Like I generally can't tell you, like I honestly thought by folding and doing all this stuff that I would have less space, and I have way more space. I'm like, this is nuts. Like this is actually nuts how much space I have created in these cupboards or in these like drawers. It's mental. So downstairs, my understairs cupboard was awful. I really wish I'd taken before and after pictures of all of this, because my dad and my mum were actually in disbelief. My downstairs cupboard is, I mean, you couldn't even walk into it. You couldn't walk into it. It had such an array of stuff. There was a shoe rack at the back, which wasn't really used for shoes. Coats on the floor, but there was a coat stand, hoovers, mops. Oh my God, just, it was a sea of mess, pretty much. Shoes, coats, everything. And now, like, not only have I cleared out a lot of coats and a lot of shoes that I don't wear or don't spark me joy, I brought another shoe rack as well to put in there, so all shoes are on a rack, nothing is on the floor. There is a massive bit of carpet you can see now, which is like the first time since I've lived in this house, and everything is just neat. It is neat, organized, I can see everything, and when I open that cupboard now, it's not like a, oh God, I can't find anything, where's my shoes, where's my coat? It's right, I can literally see everything. Everything's organized, everything feels and looks amazing. So I can't believe how much I've cleared out, if I'm honest. It was scary because I'm one person. I'm like, Jesus, like how much stuff can one person have? But like, I know like Hannah's awful for it. She collects stuff and I'm like, get on Marie Kondo. Like you don't need 20 pairs of jeans. Like you just don't need it. So I've definitely like adapted to a more minimalist lifestyle, and really appreciating the clothes I have, and letting go of anything that's not sparking joy. So I thought this video was really important to film because not only can cleaning and organizing and tidying be spiritual, it affects our inner peace totally. Like now things are in place, organized, decluttered, and when I open cupboards, I feel joy now. I don't feel a sense of, oh, for God's sake, where's this or where's that? I feel like proud that things are tidied, things are in place, things are neat. I can find everything. That's been a really good one. I can find everything finally. And it's not just, I don't know, I think like before it just made me feel really down, but like really subtly, because obviously like the exterior of my rooms were tidy, but it was the cupboards and drawers which did not spark me joy. So definitely like follow that kind of tip of hold something for 3 seconds, and if it doesn't spark joy, then give it gratitude and give it away to charity or a friend or family member. Or if something is rubbish, like generally throw it away. But it's just so important to do this. So the 2 people I'm definitely going to recommend to follow is one, Mrs. Hinch. Even if you're in the US or anywhere else around the world, you can buy alternatives to these products. She actually has on her Instagram the US, Australian and other countries' conversion of products. So you can find out obviously what the UK products are in your country, but she's just really, really good. She's got so many cleaning tips and hacks and tools, and she's just brought, you know, even she talks massively about Marie Kondo, organization, like, you know, organizing your cleaning products and your like kitchen cupboards and stuff. So she's got a lot of organizational stuff as well as like cleaning surfaces, making your home a happy, you know, amazing place to be. She's also got a book coming out soon which I have pre-ordered. I'm super excited for that, which is all about like sparking happiness and cleaning in your house. So perfect topic. And Marie Kondo obviously has books out. She's got her Netflix show. I'm hoping Mrs. Hinch gets a Netflix show. I'd watch that 100%. And yeah, so Marie Kondo's got the Netflix show, she's got some books out, she's got a lot of work out, she's been around for quite a few years. Again, they're both on Instagram. I'm not sure how much Marie Kondo posts on Instagram, but she definitely has the Netflix show and books you can read. But I just feel that this has been a really positive thing in my life, because it's made me adult a bit more, I'm not gonna lie. It's made me embrace my feminine so much more, of like nesting and creating that happy environment for me to be in, and just like mothering myself, definitely. And you know, it's really encouraged me to look at a lot of my stuff and be like, this doesn't spark me joy. Now, if you think from like an energetic perspective, if you're holding on to stuff which, you know, like maybe has like negative connotations to your past, or you're holding on to it for some reason and it genuinely doesn't spark you joy, like think about what that is energetically doing in your house. So another thing that Marie Kondo talks about is talking to your house and having conversations with your house. So I've always given gratitude for my house, for it keeping me safe, for it being my place of work and my place of leisure, and how positive and uplifting it feels, and how, you know, how lucky I am and blessed to have my house, to have nice things, to have furniture, to have food on my table, like all of that I've always given gratitude for. But I've never like directly spoken to my house as such. It's always been to the universe to give gratitude. So Marie talks about like actually communicating with your house and saying like, you know, thank you house for keeping me safe, thank you house for allowing me to work here, thank you house for, you know, creating a positive environment which allows me to have my own peaceful sanctuary and create positive vibes, and, you know, house me and like-minded people in a really positive way. So you can like have those little conversations with your house, get conversing with your clothes as well. Apparently that's what we should be doing. We should be giving gratitude for our clothes. And also, if you are going to do the holding the item for 3 seconds, does it spark joy? You can also give gratitude for that item. That's what she says. So you give gratitude, you say like, thank you for serving me. Thank you for, you know, being in my life, but now I send you on your way to help someone else. So I think these are really nice things to do. Now, obviously I did not do that for every bit of clothing. I just set it to the whole pile, which is going to the charity shop. I just set it to the whole pile. It was a massive pile of stuff. So I just blessed the whole pile, instead of spending hours like going through each individual thing, because yeah, I was not in that mood. I was in a mood of clear this out. But I don't know what came over me. It was really weird. It was definitely intuition. Definitely clearing old stagnant energy out. And as well, it's coming up to spring, so spring cleaning is very prominent. So this is like no time like the present to get hinching, get Marie Kondoing, you know, get some organization into your home and life and your drawers and cupboards. And you know, really clear out this energy, because I'm such a firm believer of this, that when you clear out that old stagnant energy, you create space for positive new abundance and manifestations and energy to come in. So like there's literally no negatives with this, you know. I just think we're like quite bad as a human race of like holding on to stuff, and it's also exercising letting go, literally. You know, I'm not saying like get rid of all your sentimental and, you know, nice stuff. It's what sparks joy. So if something no longer sparks joy, it's about recognizing that and, you know, giving gratitude for it and letting go. And look how we do that in terms of spirituality. We let go of what no longer serving us, whether it's on a full moon, whether it's any time of the month. We are constant spiritual beings of releasing and letting go what's no longer serving us. So items and physical things, clothing, ornaments, anything, like you can see how this totally relates and ties in with each other, of letting go and releasing those things can be really good for inviting in new abundance, new miracles and newness into your life. So get following Mrs. Hinch, get following Marie Kondo. I will link their like channels and stuff and Instagrams down below for you to go and have a look at. But let me know if you have got on the hinching bandwagon or the Marie Kondo bandwagon, whether you agree with what I said about like a tidy house is a tidy mind, and how you feel about organizing your life and sparking joy with your items. So I hope this video has helped you guys. I have massively enjoyed filming this video because I think it's such a new, fresh approach on how we can tie in organization and cleaning with spirituality, with positive mindsets. And I think it just really, like, I always just feel so good after a clear out, after letting go of stuff and cleaning, because it's just, I think it's my OCD and Virgo-ness more than anything, but it sparks me joy, so that's how I know it's good. So I hope you enjoy following them. I hope it sparks joy for you. I hope that you can find some new tips and tricks and products which will help you to organize and clean your home and create your peaceful sanctuary. Actually, one more thing I'm going to say as well before I go is aura sprays and saging. So another really good thing to do in your home is to spray aura sprays or get some Palo Santo or some white sage and cleanse your home regularly. I do this about once a month, or if like a negative person has come in my house, like obviously sometimes builders come in or sometimes workmen, so obviously I'm like I'm not saying they have bad vibes, but especially when you don't know someone, you're like, what vibes are you bringing in? So yeah, I always tend to like just spray my home with aura spray or get some Palo Santo or white sage just to cleanse the area. So that's really important to do as well, to cleanse the space, cleanse the vibes, as well as to cleanse, i.e. letting go and, you know, getting rid of stuff and clearing out. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for all your views and likes. I really appreciate them. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget, you can buy my new book, Spiritual Queen, which is out now worldwide. The link will be down below as well. I hope you all have a fantastic week, whatever you're up to, and I will see you in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love, guys.